How to get people to love your stories. Do you ever freeze when someone asks you, "So, what's new with you?" Now, realistically, you've got about 53 things you could say, but your brain buffers and goes completely blank. So you hit them with the usual classic, not much. And just like that, the conversation's over. Now, here's the truth. Your stories don't have to be epic to be interesting. And you don't need to be Joe Rogan fantasizing about wrestling a grizzly bear or flying first class to Bali to have something to share. But seriously, if you did wrestle a bear, I'd definitely lead with that. The thing is, the most engaging people aren't the funniest or the loudest. They're the ones who know how to make a simple story feel like something special. So let's talk about how to tell stories people actually remember. Even if you're a shy, quiet guy, or you think your life isn't exciting enough. Key idea number 1, your stories are enough. Now you might be thinking, but Mike, my life's boring. Nobody wants to hear about me. And that's wrong. Here's why. People don't need you to be Ethan Hunt from Mission Impossible. They just want a moment they can connect to. And the best part for you is your day-to-day is probably full of those. For example, let's say you spilled coffee on yourself in the car. That's gold. Or let's say you saw something hilarious at the gym. Share it. And bonus points if it involves a snapping gym band. Or let's say you stepped on a mouse glue trap and you couldn't get it off your foot. And by the way, that actually happened to me. The point is, share it. You might be wondering, will this work for me? And hell yes. Because relatable stories make people feel like you get it. And the best part is they'll share their own similar experiences. Boom. It's no longer small talk. Now you've made a real connection with someone. Now this week, I want you to write down one small thing that happened to you each day. It doesn't matter if it's good, bad, or funny, because that's story material. And no, I scrolled YouTube for 3 hours and found a blind cat wrestling video doesn't count. Key idea number 2, use the 3-part story framework. And here's how to keep your story short, clear, and not awkward. Step 1, I want you to set the scene in one sentence. For example, I was at the gym last night, feeling way too confident about this new routine. Then step 2, I want you to add some conflict. Add the moment that made it interesting. For example, halfway through, I realized I was using the machine completely backwards. And yeah, people were watching and probably recording me too. Then step 3, I want you to add some punch or feeling and end with emotion or a takeaway. For example, I wanted to melt into the floor, but it made me laugh at how seriously I take myself sometimes. Now, why does this work? You see, the structure keeps you from rambling, and people remember stories with a clear start, middle, and an end. And if all else fails, people love a self-deprecating punchline. Key idea number 3, make them feel it. A great story isn't just about what happened, it's how it made you feel, which means you need to add some emotion. But Mike, you said this was going to be easy. I got you, it is. So try this. Instead of saying traffic was bad, say traffic was so bad I started Googling time travel. And maybe instead of saying the boss was pissed at me, say my boss gave me that look. You know, the one where you suddenly remember every bad thing you've done since kindergarten? Now bonus time. Try adding in some sensory details. For example, the coffee was so hot, I swear my taste buds have 3rd-degree burns. And don't forget to have fun with it. Now, why does it work? You see, feelings plus visuals equals people getting invested. And they're not just hearing your story. Now they're in it with you. Now let's use my tired backyard barbecue stories to show how we can use this. So next time you're chatting, instead of just nodding along, toss in a simple story. Maybe my son and I tried to grill last weekend and somehow ended up with burgers that looked like charcoal art projects. People will laugh. And then the guy you're chatting with will share his own girl disaster stories. And suddenly you won't be strangers. You'll be swapping girl fails. And that's the power of a simple human story. You see, you don't need to be Dave Chappelle or the life of the party. You just need to share small, real moments. So use the 3-part story framework. So add feeling, make them feel what you felt. So start with one story this week. Something small, something simple, and real. Drop a comment telling me your funniest or most awkward story. Thanks again for watching, and we'll chat soon.